What's up, mi gente? Welcome back to my channel. And if it's your first time here, hi, how are you? Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope I'll see you again. So today, guys, we're gonna be making a delicious and easy steak sandwich. So let's get started. Ok, mi gente, hoy vamos a hacer un sándwich de carne, and here I have my skirt steak. This is my favorite cut of steak, but you can definitely use your favorite one. And vamos a comenzar con, I'm gonna just put some oil on both sides of my steak. Y el aceite lo que está trabajando es like a binder, como para que se peguen los sazones en la carne. So here I have all of the seasonings I'm using for my steak, guys. If you want to use my same seasonings, please make sure you take a screenshot so you can go ahead and start making this delicious steak sandwich. So yeah, so I just added some, some garlic powder, some onion powder, some Worcestershire sauce. I added some cilantro. But you know what, guys? Any seasonings that you like, any seasonings that you have ahead, go ahead and use it. Make this your own. And también lo que tú le haces a un lado de la carne le tienes que hacer al otro lado. So you want to make sure you season both sides of your steak, and so it can be nice and delicious. Y lo que yo voy a hacer after I finish seasoning, yo lo voy a poner en mi bowl, and I'm just gonna let it marinate for about a couple of hours. You can use it right away if you want to, but I'm just gonna let my steak sit for a little bit so it can get nice and flavorful. Ok, mi gente, so ahora vamos a dejar que esta carne se sazone y vamos a hacer la mayonesa para este sandwich. So here I'm gonna do the mayo for my sandwich, and here I have todos mis ingredientes, all of my ingredients. Please make sure you take a screenshot so you can make this delicious mayo. It's not only good on steak sandwich, you can also use it on chicken sandwich. It's very delicious. So vamos a comenzar con la mayonesa, and I added a couple of tablespoons, couple of teaspoons, sorry, of horseradish. Horseradish creo que es rábano. Rábano picante. También Worcestershire, almost the same seasonings that I use to season my steak. Y aquí le voy a echar el truffle oil. So el truffle oil is optional, but I really love it with the steak. Le da un gustico bien bueno a la carne. Al sandwich altogether, it gives it a really good taste. Pero, if you don't like it, you don't have to put it. Pero esta mayonesa is very simple, just make it your own. Just taste it, make sure you taste it. And that's it, just a couple ingredients. Y tú vas a mezclar todo eso. Y like I said before, te segura que la pruebes. Si necesita un poquito más de sal o un poquito más de garlic, which I tasted it and it needs a little bit more garlic. So eso es lo que le estoy echando. Un chin más de garlic y un chin más de sal. And that's it. This is your sauce slash mayo for your steak sandwich, and it's delicious. Alright, guys, so I'm just gonna put my sauce away. Y ahora voy a comenzar with my caramelized onions, guys. I'm telling you, this steak sandwich is so good. It's just levels and levels of flavor. I have my steak here. If you have your steak in the fridge, make sure you take it out 5 to 10 minutes before you start cooking. Si tú tienes tu carne en la nevera, sácala 5 o 10 minutos before you start cooking, para que it becomes to room temperature y se le quita el frito que tiene, and it's going to create a beautiful crust, and it's also going to cook even. So yeah, back to my onions. So what I did, I just cut my onions, half moons, and I'm gonna cook them. So cuando tú comiences con la cebolla, you wanna make sure that's the first thing you do, because they do take time. My onions took about 15 minutes to cook. So lo que tú vas a hacer on low medium, you are gonna add your onions to your pan, and then you're gonna add some oil and also some salt. Y tú vas a dejar que esto se cocine. You're just gonna let this cook. You're just gonna let this reduce, and you'll see how beautiful these onions are gonna start to get. And I also have my grill over there that's is heating up. Make sure it's just want to make sure it's nice and hot. For my steak, aquí tengo mi olla ya que voy a cocinar mi steak. Está bien caliente. Make sure you preheat it. I just spray some oil. Y tú ves that smoke that you see, that's exactly what you want to see. Entonces lo que voy a hacer, I'm just going to add my steak to it. Y no la mueva. Cuando tú pongas esa carne ahí en el grill, do not move it. Just let it do its thing. And then here, you see how my onions are like they're getting nice and soft and translucent? That's what you want. So guys, my steak, I cooked it 3 minutes on each side. I'm gonna cook my girlfriend's more because she likes her steak medium. I like my steak medium rare. So, y aquí lo que le eché a a la cebolla, it was just added a little bit of sugar. And the sugar is just gonna help it caramelize faster and better too. It's just gonna speed up the process a little bit more. And my steaks are ready. Look how beautiful my steaks look. I'm telling you, they are so delicious. I'm just gonna let it rest. Y aquí voy a hacer la mantequilla for my bread. So I made like a seasoned butter for this, guys, and it's so good. Please make sure you take a screenshot of all the ingredients that I use for this. Is out of this world. I'm telling you, just levels and levels of this sandwich. It's a simple sandwich, but it's just boom with flavor. Mi gente, mira esa mantequilla que linda se ve. That butter looks so good. So I'm using Huggy Rolls, but you can use any rolls you have. And you just want to butter your bread. You can also use ciabatta bread. I'm probably saying it wrong, guys, but it's a great bread for steak sandwich. Y aquí tengo my onions. You see how good our caramelized onion looks? They are ready. When they look like that, that's it. They are done, and they took about 15 minutes. Y ahora I'm gonna toast my bread, and I'm gonna use the same pan I use when I cook my steak because I want all flavor, all the juices that the steak left behind in my sandwich, and look how good it looks. So guys, we are going to start assembling our steak sandwich, and I want to show you how to cut this skirt steak. So we're going to cut this against the grain. So what this is, you see how the grains is going across the steak. You just want to turn it and cut right against that. La razón por qué esto es tan importante is because this is going to give you a nice tender bite. So let me show you again. So the grains are going across the steak. La baja, you're going to turn it, and then you're going to cut right against that grain. And guys, this is very important. Mi gente, corten la carne así como yo la estoy cortando because it's the bite. When you bite into this, it's going to be very good. And look how beautiful and medium this steak is. So, yeah. So, now I'm going to cut my medium rare, and I want to show you how beautiful medium rare this is. So again, the grains are going across the steak, and you're going to turn it and cut right against the grain. And let me show you how beautiful medium rare my steak is. Let me show you. Look at that. Perfect. Just perfect. So after cutting your steak, we are going to start assembling our sandwich, our steak sandwich. So I'm going to start with putting my steak, and then I also have, as you can see over there in the corner, in the top, I have some arugula and also some provolone cheese. So after putting my steak, I'm gonna put my cheese. If you have a torch, like a blowtorch, you can go ahead and melt this, but I don't have one, so I'm just gonna put it on my tray and put it in the oven. And I'm just gonna melt this cheese. So mi gente, yo lo puse en el horno, nada más para que se derritiera el queso un poquito. And then I'm gonna add my caramelized onions. They are so good. They look delicious. They're just And then le puse mi arugula, and now I'm gonna put my horseradish and truffle sauce, and that's it. It's simple, guys, pero all of those levels there, all of that is flavor and it's so good. Like I said, I use huggy rolls, but you can use your butter bread too. And here I have my steak sandwich, guys. Thank you so much for watching y buen provecho.